This is probably going to be one of the most difficult things that I share with all of you. I have been extremely devastated for the Hmong refugees that were detained on July 30th and July 15th. I have been in contact with their family members almost on a daily basis, checking in to see how they're doing and helping them navigate this really complex process. Over the weekend, I met with a few advocates and organizations that have been working with detainees and those that have been deported out of the country. And I was briefed on the process of what may possibly happen tomorrow, August 11th. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that these are just rumors. I hope that the advocates are wrong too. But if this does happen tomorrow, then you will know that this is not just something that is a rumor, that this is in fact what is happening in our backyards and in our country today. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, then it may quite possibly happen in the next few days. So right now, the majority of the Hmong refugees are at the Alexandria, Louisiana staging facility. It is a deportation hub. It is a facility slash tarmac. It's where planes leave from the United States to other countries. And the New York Times recently did an article where they covered this hub and said that this would be sort of the blueprint for what the Trump administration would like to see across the country. They have moved more people out of this hub than any other hub. It is one of the busiest airports slash deportation detainee facilities. So according to the family members, their loved ones are currently being held at this staging facility, and the advocates are saying that there's a potential flight that is leaving tomorrow. There may be upwards of 300 people on this flight. What that plane will look like, we don't know. How they will get this amount of people in one airplane or flight, we also don't know. However, they believe that there will probably be multiple stops along the way, and this could very well be a 60-hour flight. Why it will be so long is they may be making multiple stops. They may be stopping in Hawaii, and then they may be going to Southeast Asian countries like Laos. And these individuals, the detainees, the families, loved ones, these Hmong refugees, will probably be suffering a very long and uncomfortable travel. They will not be able to use the bathroom because they won't be able to get up and because they will be shackled together. It's been rumored that ICE uses this as an experience to punish them, and it is extremely cruel and devastating. And when we were briefed this information, I mean, everybody was just in tears, especially the family members. I can't even imagine them having to envision their loved ones being shackled and detained as if they are the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens. It is truly cruel and devastating. There is an individual named Tom Cartwright who uses X, also formerly Twitter, and he predicts flight patterns. And so these organizations and advocates have asked him to help and track this flight. And so hopefully he'll be able to monitor the flight and share some information about when that flight may be leaving Louisiana, if it is tomorrow. If they do get sent to Laos, they will most likely arrive in Vientiane, and then they will be taken to a compound where they will have a bed and they will get a few portions of meals per day. They will probably stay there for several weeks or months. It all just depends on if they have a sponsor or someone there that is in Laos that will be able to sponsor them so that they can be released from the compound. All of that is still very unknown. Typically, in the past, when an individual is deported, they usually get interviewed by DHS. And because the federal government is trying to fast track the deportations, they are completely overlooking and eliminating these interviews. Instead, these individuals, when they arrive to the host country, is when they will be interviewed. That interview could last from 1 to 2 hours long. They'll probably be interrogated. They will probably be asked about their background, their family's involvement in the war, if their family was part of the CIA back in the 70s during the Vietnam War and the secret war in Laos. And after that, everything else is really unknown.